Right, so let's just see where my troops are currently. I think all my troops are in my territory. Right, except those which are event support. So let's dismiss my personal levies. Let's contemplate all-out thermonuclear war against somebody, because currently I have nearly 5,500 event spawned troops available to me, and I can't help but feel I should be able to do something with this. Because I also have quite a lot of cash at the moment. So, Mr. Bond. Obvious targets are Denmark, the Petty Kingdom of Smaland, if I can get that back from the git that lost it, Scotland, and England. Right, so let's have a look at Denmark, the Kingdom of. So that's tribal. This looks like a good point at which to get back Denmark.
Possible problems.
Which is I then have N kingdoms and I'm back in the succession problem I was previously.
Precisely. So there are advantages to doing things that don't gain you a kingdom.
Yes. Or at least don't give me a kingdom until I'm in position to get myself an empire.
Yes, I mean, yes. Well, what I mean by this is, right now, with the troops you currently have in your hands, maybe you don't want to use them to get a kingdom.
The problem is I have so many troops.
Yes.
And I will lose them as soon as I'm
in no way suggesting that you don't do anything with them, merely that you find
other things to go for.
I mean, this may not even be taking any less territory, just do it in a way that doesn't get you a kingdom. So Smaland, for instance, if there were a way that you could seize all of that.
Excuse me. Do I need to dismiss those?
Yes.
Alright, there you go.
I mean, there are 13 of them, it's not a serious problem.
It's not a serious problem.
But yes, those count as levies.
Right, there we are. Right.
I mean, after all, in many of your games, you don't bother raising your personal levies, you live entirely on vassal levies.
Yes. So, I can go for Great Holy War for Svithjord.
So that's essentially a crusade. What's his religion? Oh, he's old Norse.
He's old Germanic,
yes.
And I am...
No, you're Germanic.
I'm
there
Germanic.
are probably not very much old Germanic out there. I mean, you might want to check the religion map, but...
Right.
Yes, I mean...
That's most of old Germanic, and most of the other bits are like vassal. Somebody else is vassal. Some of them are my vassals. So
while a Great Holy War might seem like an extravagant approach, on the other hand, you've got the ability to do Great Holy Wars. I'm not sure quite how much that might not quite take all of his territory, but and it will get you a kingdom, of course.
It's Petty Kingdom.
Oh. So it will get you.
Oh no, hang on! It's Kingdom of Svithjord.
Yeah, no. But what I think that will do is get you all of his territory in the kingdom.
That's in De jure Svithjord, and I won't automatically get the kingship because he's not got it.
Yes, I think that's correct. I think you can only claim those titles that he already.
Yeah, and if it turns out if it turns out that I do get the kingdom, then what I do is I go to war with Denmark immediately afterwards. And then try and hold on long enough to form an empire.
Yes, either of Scandinavia or a custom one.
Yeah.
So, is he actually soft enough that you can take him?
So,
because, remember, he got into this situation by winning a war against you.
Yes. So he's got nearly 3,000 vassals, potential vassal troops.
4.2 thousand vassal troops.
Yeah, 4.2 thousand vassal troops plus another 3,000 of his own. So that's 7,000.
So you're at least going to need one more tribal army for that.
Or my allies.
Oh yes. Yes, you do, and of course it's a holy war, so they will probably join you eventually.
Yeah. And some of his vassals might not join him.
Some of your vassals might join him. It looks like you've got a couple of
yes,
patches of heresy kicking around.
Usually,
you won't be squashing instantly.
Yeah, that's probably.
You can.
I can get.
Set your nice man proselytising. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Right.
I mean, an opportunity to call a Great Holy War. You don't get that often.
It's true. Let's.
So, how does a Great Holy War differ from an ordinary one? It's larger. You target
I asked for that.
all of the territory in a kingdom rather than in a de jure kingdom rather than a de jure duchy. So it is larger. I don't think it has all of the kind of complicated planning things that happen for crusades. It's more or less analogous to a crusade, except that in a crusade there's like a 2-year-long run-up. Is there some reason why you can't do this? Oh, right.
The pagan Great Holy War era hasn't begun.
Oh, right, okay. That's rather curious that it appears as an option, but... So, yes. So what does the Holy War for the Holy War for the Duchy, yeah, and he gets you that tiny bit there. Do you have any other claims against him that are actually claims? Probably not.
So there's...
You have... paying the Duchy of Smarland.
On behalf of someone that's landed.
And is your vassal.
And is my vassal.
That's probably... I mean, it's not as much fun as Great Holy War.
It's true.
Not as good for your...
That it's
moral
probably...
authority. But on the other hand, you're allowed to do it.
Yes. So let's send that off. Let's call in all our allies. Let's find this army and get them marching towards the nearest bit of territory. Let's wait around long enough for my allies to decide whether or not they're going to stick around for this war. Okay, I think at this point we can release this otter on the Pahirian Holy War for Brittany. It says, excellent, I now have even more money and I've freed up some troops. I still need to do something about my vassal limit. Problem is the easiest way of dealing with vassal limit is to have kingdom. And I can't afford that. Let's just... So, found a new empire. 1,000 gold is the...
And 8,000 prestige.
Yeah. Which is a bit tricky, because of course I burn
On
prestige on tribal things. I can't hire the Varangian Guard on account of the fact that they're busy. Right, I should, however, raise my personal levies, because I'm going to need them. Right. So I'm just panning around and seeing if there's any useful fleets anywhere. So, well, oops, you embark, sail over here, you embark, sail over here. He's calling all his mates in. Glue you lot together. Glue you lot together. Shove you on ships. All going, oh yes, some of you are you guys. And let's sail you over here, which is conveniently almost next door to where I want to be. We have arrived in Bremen and are already besieging it. Oh! I love the stave church. And that's a stave church. That shouldn't should be a longhouse for the county capital. Honestly, if it's dip 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 dip, it should only be that if it's a bishopric.
It is.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, right.
If you bounce over the nice man next to it.
Okay.
You don't actually get him saying he's a... But he has white ribbons on his thing, which makes him a bishop. Or
Right.
a bishop equivalent, because of course he's not Christian.
Well, yes. Right, so you... Oh, you're my son. Right. Hello, son.
Check whether the sound is alright.
Yes. Right, let's assign you a guardian. Yeah, she'll do. Right, now I'm besieging Keller, Cella, Stota. You lot. Sort off over here and pick them up. Actually, I should probably broken them into little pieces first, but never mind.
I mean, he included the word stone, so I think it's the correct term.
Okay.
I wonder how many people have made every journey represented by TTRE long ticket.
I have occasionally thought it would be quite fun.
It seems like the sort of thing that surely someone's done it. And it'd be surely.
I mean, you could do Brest to Petrograd in only 2 changes of train.
It depends how many other people are passing it out on the floor.
What? So
Brest to Paris.
Paris.
I'm going to count crossing Paris and crossing Moscow as one change.
Okay, yeah.
Then Paris to Moscow and then Moscow to Petrograd.
Okay.
Or rather, St. Petersburg.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, obviously, you have to. A lot of the places that you'd be going to aren't called now what they're called in the.
I don't think there are any use in doing fewer changes of trains than that.
It's true. Right, I think we could probably assault that holding.
I suppose the question is, do you have to do more the way round that they're written on the tickets?
That would seem silly because it would mean you have to do Lisbon to Danzig and then go all the way back to Cadiz.
True. Well, you don't have to do them right next to each other.
Well, no, but like,
You make it a lifetime project.
but surely you're going to sensibly go Copenhagen to, Stockholm to Cadiz to Lisbon to Danzig at some point.
It does seem plausible, yes.
Yes, I think Cadiz Stockholm looked quite a nice journey.
Okay, they've added a few people there.
I have.
It looks like my allies is going to do that. Well, excellent. My child is temperate. It's a good job he's not chaste. Aha, right. There we are. We have a nice substantial army and we are heading in the right kind of direction to meet it with my even more substantial army. Hooray. Nice. Let's go and see if there's anyone that we can, ransom for some more cash. Oh dear, something's happened to one of my commanders. I'm sure we can do better than 15. Through the commander shopper. Yes, we can. Excellent, we've nicked some tech from Constantinople.
You can't nip tech from Constantinople.
No, it is currently Constantinople. Will
It's
be
true.
for many, many years.
It's the one.
Constantinople and TTRE. Set quite a long time after CK2.
Okay, you not get a wee one down there. Disband you because you cost money. You lot can go over there to join that lot. You get to go back there while we go sigh. Right. So it looks like they're shipping their troops off in units of about 900 to go to thingy, so I think that I should go and say hello to
Presume that's a reasonably flat area.
yes, it's plains. Sweden's, southern Sweden's mostly plains. Although maybe, in fact, I should go there, because then I won't have such a huge river crossing. Okay, my half-brother. Right. I'm going to actually leave them there because my sea are there. Because if I win this war fairly soon and I'm on 50% war score already, then I can stick my seer straight into converting this lot. to unreformed, to reformed Germanic paganism. Right.
What reformed ham and different?
Quite different, yes.
Minced up the paganism and squished it together into a different shape,
That's the
which
one.
is more commercially acceptable and easier to put in boxes.
It's
I
true.
think it's actually quite like reformed ham.
Yes. Right. So we squished that army there quite squishily. I should probably see what's happening in Iceland. Right, let's not be petty.
You found the "this is too petty even for me" button.
Yes. Let's not be petty. Not be that petty. Right, let's assault that holding. Let's head west. I might need to watch out for the effects of winter. Westmanland is a little bit more substantial. But, I have way more troops, so... I'm slightly surprised that they're not nipping over there to besiege something of mine, but they're not, so okay, weirdos. Okay, let's... West Frisian conquest of Sussex. Cool.
Nipping across the channel.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're paralysing.
Well, I was hitting limits,
Supply
supply limits, because it was winter. Right, how's it going in Iceland? There. Well, they can't do that much damage over there. I might have to think a little bit about some things, because it looks like Denmark is being nibbled by people that are attacking Denmark, because of course it's currently very weak. Well, diplomacy is good. What I'd like to do is send that 900 down here to, you know, deal with that lot. Right, so what I will instead do is send this lot over here. Now, that is forest, but that's fine because I'm going to have another entire army right next to them that I can send in if it looks even slightly kind of tricky. Ooh. Right, random kinstote, you've lost your guardian. Let's assign you guardian. Yeah, he looks like a good guardian. Oh, that siege, get in there.
I think they're going to win.
I think they're going to win, but it's a bit closer than I'd like.
You might be able to at least save more by doing this.
Yes.
Okay, that's looking less good now.
Yes. That's looking a lot better though. Can we march down fast enough to get that before he besieges it back?
Yes. Though you are crossing a river, you might want not to.
I've got.
Want to extend your route, so not.
I don't think I can avoid it. I don't think I can avoid it going into that county. Let's just check. That thing. Okay, here's my kinstote, so remember that. There we are. Oh, excellent. They're fleeing south, which is the way I mostly want to go. It's nice. Very considerate of you. Dangerous factions. Right. Okay, factions. Dangerous faction is independence, led by you. Right, well.
I think you just turned it on and then off again, rather than off and then on again.
Right. Wait, Marshall. Need Guardian, my son. Who is brave. Right, let's assign him Guardian. Let's assign him my new Marshall. Still no one fantastic.
You should possibly check in those circumstances. Is this vassal in an annoying faction?
Yes, it did occur to me as I was dismissing it that I should maybe have done that. Yes, I know it. So the independence faction are just keep hovering around the 70% mark at the moment because they keep popping up and down in that in the icon list. Okay, well currently I'm playing as my half brother who's heir to the Kingdom of Denmark, which is quite nice.
Whether he'll still be heir to the Kingdom
Kingdom
of Denmark
Denmark
if he inherits yours.
is a very different question, yes. Oh, 100% more score. So, Mr. Bond, do I do anything else with this lot?
I would be inclined, if nothing else, to investigate whether there's... I mean, you could dismiss your levies so that you have a clearer idea of what you've got.
It's true, I will lose some though that way, because...
Oh, yeah, true.
Though, not that many.
Well, in that case, send them back to somewhere where you can safely dismiss them
And besiege some more stuff.
and ponder... since you can't start a new war until you've dealt with them anyway, if you do want not to lose them, then there is going to have to be a gap now while you get them to somewhere safe. So you may as well get them to somewhere safe.
can't take those ones out.
Uh,
I mean, it looks like it's two people, so... Right. I think that's all of my raised vassals. So I can just march those over there while I...
So, yeah, I mean, if nothing else, there's probably something eastwards that you can go and have a quick go at. Like, what's that little...
Oh, hang on, you lot I can dismiss. Like that.
So, like, Kenny, is that... or Kenny or Nordland look quite plausibly tasty if you have a useful claim against them, which you might not.
Yeah.
You probably don't have a useful claim against him.
No, I don't.
Oh, that you have a claim because it was only lack of...
Yeah.
It only raised levies that were the problem.
So then, Kami is also independent, and thing. I think I probably have a truce with Coralia, but that's
Died since then.
possibly.
So I would feel that taking one of those
Yeah,
would be...
not a terrible thing to do. Of course, one thing with going for the Empire of Scandinavia is I'd need, like, what, 80% of the counties.
Yeah.
So hang on, let's just briefly... Oh, I can't put Mr. Spieboots in charge of that lot on account of the fact that he's busy. Was busy. Okay, there we are. Right, what I can do is start marching this lot north, because that's where I want to go. Due to enemy presence in our homeland, I won't get all of them back anyway, so...
yes, that might be quite hard to correct.
Right, let's just let them go.
I think essentially, thus, yes, you're not going to be able to fix that without
Yes.
ending the war and actually tidying up a bit.
Nordland.
So now you can find out what your actual cables belli against these are.
That's...
A claim for an unmanned courtier.
Yeah.
Nah. Try to do better.
Can Holy War...
Conquest is probably more
Conquest
sensible.
is more sensible. What about Cola?
Because you can have a holy war against that, which would get you the whole duchy.
Yeah. Yes. So let's go and see. My chieftain of Coralia doesn't have that many troops, though they can raise event troops, but they probably wouldn't do that for the thing, and them who could also maybe raise some event troops, but they're an awfully long way away. I think we go for Cola while I have, like, a load of event troops raised. So let's declare Holy War for Cola. Let's release the Peace Otter over there. Right. So, Mr. Bond, what I want to do is... There's something I want to do. Oh yes, I want to get my seer proselytising in my nice new territory. I want to go Psi. I'm out of... Ooh, okay, I'm out of commanders, but my nice new commander is a great guy for this. Right. So, Mr. Bond, let's restate my army. Baker goes there. And you go there. And you get to go on a nice walk over there. Spook. Right, I'm threatening, so I may have... Damn it, I meant to call in all my vassals first. Never mind. States. Oh look, there's a defensive pact against me. Still, going for the duchy is a good idea there.
You have kind of expanded it. Again, re-expanded.
Yes. No.
This time in a more stable way because you don't own Denmark.
Right. So I currently control 50% of the titles. And I would need 400 piety and 300 and so.
Yeah, so the cost is actually in line with what you have.
Well, except for the fact that I need to get another 2 kingdom titles.
Oh yes. One. It's at least 2. So like...
Oh yes. So I could...
So it might be worth counting how many counties Denmark in Scandinavia taking Denmark to get you. But I suspect that won't be quite enough and you'll need to have got some other things first.
Yes. Also, I might not be able to do anything for a bit because of the small defensive pact problem. Right, well I'm up to a total of 4 tribal armies worth.
Okay.
Although of course I don't want to spend them all because then I can't make kingdoms and
No, those cost money and piety, not prestige. They get you prestige.
oh yeah, that's true. Back to Ivar being the next person. So you want me to plot to kill my daughter? Oh no, you're offering me the safe release of my daughter for 74 money. Well, is she any good? I'm not that bothered. You need a guardian. So, okay. I might need a few more people, so I should probably right, let's raise some of my vassals, or some of my levies rather. Okay, they're looking a bit thin on the ground. Let's...
Well, you did accidentally lose about half of them.
It's true.
But that doesn't quite explain it.
It is a little bit thinner than I was expecting.
Possibly also the mess of your
It's true.
empire, or not quite empire organisation.
Yes. I
I
don't
think
want
there
to...
are about 15 counties in Denmark.
Okay.
And roughly looking across the map and counting them.
And I need basically 74, I think.
So you need to find about 10 from somewhere else, roughly.
Right. Of course, I should get 2 from this, which will mean we need to get 8 from somewhere else. Is that including these counties up here?
I mean, I subtracted 1 from the number I counted because I thought I'd probably made at least one mistake. It's not an accurate count. It's about that, so you need about... So, in particular, you need more than you currently... You definitely need more than you currently have. You probably need all of the conveniently lying around single county, independent counties, and maybe then some.
Yeah. Intrigue. I should keep a little eye on the time because I do have an 8 o'clock meeting tomorrow, which I still think is cruel and unusual punishment to have to start Mondays with a 8 a.m. meeting. Well, it's also a lot of it is the international nature of the project, which means that meetings naturally gravitate to the morning time slot because they overlap better with the Eastern time zones. And this in theory allows you to keep your afternoon free to do work, except for the fact that they made you get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Eep, there's 5,000 people there. What terrain am I in? I'm in forest. And I'm up against the supply limit. You know what? I think that there should be a small amount of running away until I can get some more troops. That's not going to work. Hey, I have my speed boots on. Right, okay, let's...
I don't think turning around and going back is going to help you.
Yeah, let's just...
They have speed boots in this game.
More or less.
Some commanders have the organiser trait which allows them to cause armies to move faster than others.
So it's not magic technology that makes you
No.
march faster.
No, it's someone
not
with a
stopping
pointy
the
stick.
sap for half a day.
Yes. However, of course, we obviously call them speed boots because... Well, yes. Right, okay, so we've arrived there. Right, good. That's probably the best we can do. Oh yeah, hang on. We can raise some more troops there. Glue them together. Is that really the best combination? I don't think it is. I think that we want something more like that. So that our direct leader is, against all the odds, in the goddamn centre of the formation. Right, you're my courtier. I'm not going to try and kill my random courtier who's not even trying to lead an independence faction against me. I can usurp the Earldom of Holstein.
Right, my immediate question is that spare county part of the Empire of Scandinavia?
Yes.
Yes. In that case, it's probably worth granting it to someone who will
Cost me 115 gold. Yow.
and, find someone who can take advantage of having this Jarldom to having this de jure claim. I mean, obviously at the moment you've got the de jure claim, but
So that's... Right, anyway. Right. Okay. So... So you're on your way over to here to help join in. Now let's just briefly go and look at my fleet levies. Right. Doesn't look like I can raise...
indeed, I think you can only get 17, which is not a helpful number.
No, it's a very unhelpful number.
Actually, strictly, I think you can get 20 because... Oh no, yes, I think you can raise 3 from your vassal.
Yes, this is a very unhelpful
This
number.
is also
Though.
an unhelpful number.
Right. So we have a defensive advantage. We've just shipped some more people in, but it looks awfully like we are going to lose this battle.
Right, it's not adequately mountainous.
Yeah. Well, let's stand this. Right, so, right. If I can get together with my other troops that are down here. Where are you going to? You're going to that bit of Norway. So... yeah, I can currently raise 17 ships, which is a totally unhelpful number.
Are there any helpful mercenary fleets? I can't remember.
For me, no, not for me.
None of your vassals, almost none of your vassals will give you anything because they join in as allies.
Yes. Right. They at least are going the right way to meet up with my guys, which is good. I hope. because then I will have roughly the right number of okay, so okay, no, Schoolie's already leading that, so I don't think we can get it to go any faster. And that might not be us anyway, that might well be them. Or not. Right, that is forest, not mountain. Right, glue you lot together. March you over there too. Why is my number of fleets steadily decreasing from my domain?
Possibly because you're over your vassal limit, I feel, shouldn't wreck that.
But it's just steadily declining throughout this war, so... Right, so we're being attacked in Lapland. Are we going to last till the 26th of August? That is a very good question. We are not going to last till the 26th of August. Bollocks, and now we're state locked. Right, you not. Actually, what we should do is run away now. Right, let's see if we can actually get them to disengage. Where the fuck are you not going, you useless buggers?
Quite a few. But I think for the most part, their first thing is to demonetize your channel. Not that we have even slightly enough viewers for this to have any effect. I mean, I haven't flagged our channel as suitable only for adults or whatever.
Is that because it demands that you then log in?
It might well be. I have not said it is made for kids. I have not said it should be restricted to viewers over 18. I have not said it contains paid promotion. You don't have to declare that. Happily.
So maybe I should have a think about this, because I'm a bit short on troops, and even with allies.
Another 1,000 over there.
Yes.
You'll be getting thrashed repeatedly.
Well, yes. fundamentally I've got 3,500 and they've got 7,000. And while under other circumstances I'd be able to raise a thingy, I can't because I don't have enough ships and I have no way of getting more.
Well, you could build a bigger shipyard, but that seems like a slightly extravagant approach
I
to the problem.
was building a bigger shipyard. Look.
Okay, you can't build a bigger shipyard there, at least.
So well.
Yes.
On the one thing,
I mean, it might be worth building one anyway on the grounds that you don't want to be
Other
close to that limit.
other way around, big toes there, big toes there.
Yes.
But now it's not waiting for the
But the thing is, absolutely, I shouldn't be close to that limit. I don't know what means that I can, why those two numbers are so different.
So usually that would be you had dismissed them while they were in the wrong place.
Yeah, but I haven't done that with any of my fleets. And certainly not recently.
So I'm kind of assuming that being over the battle limit isn't affecting you here.
I mean, I can afford to sit in the mountains for a little bit. But
Yes. The wiki merely says having too many direct vassals will incur various penalties, mainly to liege taxes and levies.
right,
So it doesn't strictly say that it doesn't affect your
domain levies, but
domain levies, but on the other hand, I wouldn't have expected you to have that violent an effect.
yeah. So the question is, given that I can't get my troops into the right thing, do I try and go for white peace?
It's going to take a fair amount of work just to get there.
So what I could do is zip up there.
Mark's questions that
Try to collect those.
including that I mentioned to you numerous times.
You were right.
Yeah, but they're still
Before
fleeing.
that you funds me to
Yes.
solve it without doing it.
Yeah, no, they're going to be
Get up a
fleeing
different
forever.
one. Yes,
I just sort of thinking again later, it's quite understanding. Yes, so another question we had was about Naddoðr and CRT and things. And it asked you to do stuff with fire then, and hence prove that there are at least 10 numbers whose Euler potion function is power of truth. Weird thing to ask.
You just have to go to counter everything.
Well, you show that if a number is a product of distinct primes, then
Right.
the potion thing is just P1 minus 1, P2 minus 1, P2 minus 1. If therefore you could think of enough primes of the form 2 to the k plus 1,
Ah, yes.
and you could think of 4.
That's a slightly a shame.
Let's just check what the surrender terms would be.
I had to very well
116 money minus 3% moral authority. Okay, so it's not the end of the world.
I think the formula
It's a
is
bit
such that,
Costly, but if I
the only
have to
numbers
go
that
for
have that to go plus that form. 'Cause if you've got higher primes, it's P to the A, P to the
if I have to go for
so you need to have
surrender,
that form.
it's not the end of the world.
Yes.
Um,
People believe that Fermat's approval was last steered, even though his conjecture about Fermat primes was completely wrong.
right, so
Last they have we found no
my
more than the
mean
first
number of
three.
fleets is going up again,
Right.
slowly.
Well, maybe if you can hold on long enough.
I think if they
Yeah.
that would be huge.
It's true.
Unfortunately, there's this army of 7,000 that is going to be right next to me.
That's okay, we're working more than two today.
Or of course, what I could do is assault there, nip across the border, hopefully, and assault somewhere and go, oh my god, where the hell have they gone? Right, so you. Assault. Okay. Now,
You're not going to get away in time.
I suspect I'm not going to get away in time.
Though, like, if you do feel like surrendering, you might declare war against one of the softer nearby targets first.
It's true, yes. Right, let's... Alright, let's cheer up my Spymaster, because a cheered Spymaster is always a good thing. Okay, let's assume that this is not even slightly going to plan. Is Kami kind of soft? Probably, because I can probably run in there quite quickly. Hang on, let's see how many troops I actually have. Oh, they're not that soft. Right, they're part of the defensive pact. Now they're not
Possibly everyone's part of the defensive pact.
Yeah, they're not part of the defensive pact because they're mates with Karelia, and I think the two of them together. Oh no. Yeah. Ah. So.
Well, the answer, we're going to have a rest for now, is probably not a bad one.
It's true. So let's. Just try running it out and see what happens. No, I do not. Having got here, I'd like you to actually besiege something. Right, you know what? Let's just surrender now before I lose all my people.
Yeah.
Which is somewhat expensive, but it could be worse. Come on. Get me sodding carrier pigeon. Well, that's probably helped my threat a bit. So, are there any duchies that I can create that will help me deal with my vassal limit problem?
I mean, you're reasonably well off the cash, so you can create a fair number. You generally want to give it to the person who likes you most, because the others will tend to end up as vassals at when.
Yeah. None of them that are in that territory like me. So I suppose what I can do, of course, is find someone like... Ooh, well, let's see if I can...
Well, yeah, there's a danger in giving more troops to someone who's
Yeah, but if the thing here is it will also cheer them up a lot. So someone who's already on like 20, for instance. That doesn't seem to have budged my vassal limit at all.
Well, you might see if he's gained. He hasn't gained any vassals either.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
You may
Let's.
be able to transfer them under him.
It's true. So.
I mean, you can transfer people under
Vista.
things that aren't
Yeah, it's true.
de jure their parents anyway.
Let's just transfer some vassals. Okay, let's go and look at my vassals. Let's. Right, I've now got under my vassal limit. Let's.
Yes, except you can't build them. So instead you have to engage in a large amount of management in order to reorganise the realm to fit what you're...
I should give away a duchy title. Oh no, okay, I'm not suffering from... So I've got 3 duchies. Oh no, I've got the Filcurate, which is
Which I suspect doesn't
count, yeah.
Because that might
So
be a faster way of doing fine.
currently my heir is my brother,
Quote star thing star blah, blah, blah,
who
blah.
at least isn't terrible. Let's just do a quick check of
It's true.
the...
It seems faster to reply and also faster to fight.
So I could make my heir my nephew, who's the King of Denmark. Let's see if that flies. Let's just check.
At least to locate things usually as a database earlier in the day or something, you may have deleted things.
Yeah, that's right.
Just correct the database. Check and everything mentioned is still there.
Oh dear.
Have you got any more
He's
data?
dead.
But I get lots of hits for Otter.
Let's...
About 50 for the Age of the Death lottery, a Doctor Who story, and a lot of Marillion in Rotterdam, and a lot of other things.
Rotterdam.
Harry Potter and the Great Overreaction. And Potter
Oh,
the
you
Great.
want control of the chieftain with Philomark? Excuse me,
Everything's official.
I should be able to.
And Mrs. Potter's Lullaby. Very good song.
Do that.
Harry Potter is an unexpected one, of course, because the arrangement of the British Wildlife Centre had Harry also.
It's true. We're probably making weird thumping noises on the stream, Ben.
Oh, sorry, yes, maybe I could stop. Carry on, confuse me.
Oh yes, I can revoke titles from heretics, can't I?
Yes, Legislative Fish pointed at one time that the predicted software had written a new chapter of Harry Potter. And there are a couple of quotes from it. Leathery sheets of rain lashed at Harry's ghost as he walked across the ground towards the castle. Ron was standing there and doing a kind of frenzied tap dance. He saw Harry and immediately began to eat Hermione's family. Harry could tell that Voldemort was standing right behind him. He felt a great overreaction. Harry tore his eyes from his head and threw them into the forest. Voldemort raised his eyebrows at Harry, who could not see anything at the moment.
No, really?
That was actually more connection between two sentences than you expect from that sort of thing.
These days, if you've got a small, a confined-ish training set, GPT-3 is quite, reasonable. I mean, obviously, it's also completely terrible.
They were talking about the acronym mint in sealed box. I mean, it's brand new, it's very much sealed box. I got a meal. I got a seal. Here's a mint and knotted box. Mint and knotted box.
Oh yes, thank you.
Not throwing a bow tie then.
Yes.
What? Skook!
Yes, I think there's not really much point to the box. It can't function with mint until you take it out.
Hang on, I probably want you on suppressing revolts. Well, let's check. No, first we check the sodding revolt risk map, don't we? That's what we do because we're sensible. We look at the map and go, I have no idea which bits of this are mine now.
Well, only worry about the bits that you think are yours, because the bits you don't think are yours, you won't notice if you lose.
Okay. Anyway, let's get him training troops since nowhere seems to be particularly revolting. Alright, you're a perfectly cromulent thingy. There's my spy master doing. Oh, nothing. My spy master was murdered. Right, fine. Let's appoint a new spy master. Right, scheme over there. Try and squash this damned faction, which is quite scary. I will get less scary as my levies recover, but my levies are extremely squashed at the moment. Right. So, this is probably a good point at which to save and stop on the grounds that I do have an early meeting tomorrow. The year is 9:33.